In a children's internment camp, the wristbands of many youngsters begin to beep, telling them to prepare for experiments that involve using their minds to try to collapse a giant tower at the center of the universe. Meanwhile in New York, 11-year-old Jake wakes up after having nightmares, discovering that there has been an earthquake in the city. Jake often draws his dreams, and among them are scenes of tortured children, wastelands and some humanoid figures. His parents send him to the shrink, complaining that there has not been much progress in the sessions. A classmate bothers Jake at school by taking his sketchbook, and Jake lunges at him without a second thought, separated by a teacher. Jake talks to the student counselor, who tells him that he can't tell the difference between reality and dreams. The boy insists that they are not dreams and that a man in black tortures children to bring down a tower along with beings in fake human skins. According to Jake, if the tower collapses, the world will be plunged into darkness and fire, but the counselor thinks these outbursts are due to the loss of his biological father over a fire saving people as a fireman. On the streets, Jake notices a passerby whose face looks droopy as if he is wearing a mask, but before he can see any further, a homeless man warns him that people are looking for special children like him for dark experiments. Jake manages to get on a bus and rides away only to meet his friend and neighbor Timmy. They go to Jake's apartment and find his mother and stepfather arguing about him and his attitude at school. They suggest to Jake the idea of going to a psychiatric boarding clinic for young people, something that upsets the boy. At night, Jake remembers the brave sacrifice his father made as a firefighter, and decides to put aside the nightmares issue. He puts away his drawings and goes to sleep, and then enters the dream world, where he continues to have visions of the man in black. At the same time, two gunslingers try to confront the man in black, but one of them falls. The younger one, Roland, is able to suppress the man in black's magic but is still no match for him. Jake wakes up and tells Timmy about the gunslinger and how there's a residence in New York that has something to do with him, but his friend doesn't believe him and leaves him to confront a social worker at the psychiatric clinic in his living room. Jake notices something strange and realizes that both the woman and her driver have markings similar to the fake creatures in the dream world, so he asks his mother to help him pack in private. He unsuccessfully comments to her about the bad people, but neither his